Hi, everybody. Hello. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hi, Carol. Hi, Two in the News. How are y'all? Hi, Lucky Star. Hi, everybody. Hi, Flapper. Good to see you. Hi, Missy Lulu. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. We have a lot to talk about today. Don't even know where to start. Hi, Vicki. How are you? Thanks for joining the live. Today we have a lot to talk about. Hi, Tam. How are you? Oh, my goodness. Hi, Laura. How are you? Is everybody getting ready for the holidays? Hi, Tina. How are you? Hi, Revealing. Hey, sweetheart. How are you? I feel like I want to put up my Christmas tree already. Does anyone else? Is anyone else getting ready for the holidays? Hi, Maggie. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Hi, Space Cat Moonbeam. That's a great name. I am ready to I don't have a ton of great Christmas decor, but I am kind of feeling like I want to do it this year. I didn't decorate last year, but I feel like it's important to celebrate life's moments, right? The holidays. And I just feel like it's been such a year that we just need to celebrate life, right? Celebrate the holidays. And I am going to start my Christmas card exchange. So a couple of years ago, I started a Christmas card exchange with with my followers. So we'll probably start that after Thanksgiving. We'll start that. I know someone said it's too early finishing up Halloween. I know. But for some reason, I think I'm just ready. I think it has been such a year. Thank you, Christopher, for the $10 super chat. I greatly appreciate that. Romeo will have his fancy feast. He is eating me out of house and home. And y'all, I'm gonna try to give him a bath today. He stinks. So send a prayer for me. I gotta bathe Romeo. Hi, Claire. Nice to see ya. Yeah, so let me know in the chat. Are you putting up your Christmas tree, or are you the type of person who waits until after Thanksgiving? Usually, the day after Thanksgiving, I think, is when people start bringing out their Christmas decor. Hi, through the looking glass says, as we take a moment to remember our veterans, can we please add a prayer for King Charles? Absolutely. It says, as we take a moment to remember our veterans, can we please add a prayer for King Charles? This could be the last time he will be able to attend the cenotaph. Absolutely. So, of course, today is Remembrance Sunday over in the UK. So it's a very, very important day, and the royals were out marking this somber occasion. And it was really nice to see. I thought King Charles looked really handsome in his uniform. He looked good. But you could tell, I think he's starting to feel it more emotionally this year. I think it's getting harder and harder for him. Absolutely. Someone said, I think they're watching Christmas movies. Okay. Trish said, we're just finishing up the Halloween candy. Tam says, oh no, too early, Michelle. Let's get through Thanksgiving. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me this year. I'm just rushing Christmas all of a sudden. Maybe because I think my sister might come visit me, so I'm all excited. So today in the UK, like I said, it's Remembrance Sunday, where the royal family, they go and they pay homage to the people who have fought for their country, and they lay wreaths over there, and it's a very emotional ceremony. It's a very beautiful ceremony. And of course, we got to see the royals out and about, so it was lovely to see that. And of course, we got to see William and Catherine rejoined with their children, which was absolutely lovely to see. So, of course, the gruesome twosome in Montecito, they always have to be in the press, right? So, apparently, on Saturday night, which was last night, they attended Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party. and which is surprising because we don't normally see them, out and about attending Hollywood parties. But I wanted to put this photo up to show you the striking difference between the real royals and the PR Hollywood royals. So we have William and Catherine arriving this morning for Remembrance Sunday, looking regal and royal. And then we have Harry and Meghan hanging out in Hollywood as D-list celebrities, attending Kris Jenner's 70th birthday bash. And all I could think of is just how far he's fallen, right? How far he has fallen and the difference between the two. Absolutely, just so weird. And I just love the fact that you can tell the difference between the real royals and the fake royals. Such a difference. Missy Lulu says, I just thought about it and I couldn't skip my pilgrim and turkey decorations. I also have Plymouth vintage plates. Okay. Because I know in America, a lot of people, we do decorate for fall. And I used to be that person, but I just kind of figured, you know what? I think I'm just going to go to Christmas. But yes, a lot of people, if you're hosting or you're cooking, you're definitely going to want to decorate for Thanksgiving. Yes, and a lot of people were talking about the lovely Prince George and his mother Catherine, who attended an event last night, and he is so tall. And it's just lovely to see him starting to step up and about more with his mother. Absolutely. Miss Chloe Celeste says, who on earth is advising Harold? That party is a really bad look. Look at why the Kardashians are famous, especially after the Andrew mess. Absolutely. Absolutely. Are the twins in here? I think I saw someone say they were in here. I don't know if they are. I can't see them. But yeah, it's just they've fallen, in my opinion, they have fallen so low. Hi, Angel. Thanks for joining. Susan G says, after Thanksgiving, I am pretty sure my mom can still zap me from heaven if I do it earlier. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just feel like this year I want Christmas to come already. Tamfit says, Michelle, I had a Romeo too. Oh, I lost him at 3 years ago at 12, and I still miss him every day. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love my Romeo. He's holding on. He's 18. He is 18, and yeah, he's getting a little senile, but he's definitely holding on for sure. So I thought we would go ahead and talk about some of the stories that have come out. But of course, we had our very hunky and handsome Prince William just finished a very successful trip over in Brazil for the Earthshot Prize. And I'm going to be working on a highlight video focusing on his trip for the Earthshot Prize and his successful trip of Brazil. That is going to be over on my other channel. So make sure you guys go and look at that. Thank you, Carol. You're such a sweetheart. From the mod team, again, you don't have to do that, but thank you for the super chat. That will go toward Romeo's Christmas surprise. Hi, Ivy, House of Bark. Nice to see you. So I have a really funny clip to show you from Prince William. This man was so loved and adored in Brazil. I think they said that there was a story that Prince Harry was shocked and surprised at how much people absolutely love Prince William. Absolutely love Prince William. Lucky Star, Carol or Lizzie will put a link to my other channel, Royal Daily Tea History and Fashion. That is a channel what is 100% Harry and Meghan free, where I talk about the other royals, and I have so many videos, y'all, coming out on that channel. But here is a really cute video of Prince William and an interaction with a boy over in Brazil. So let me go ahead and add it here for you.
Sonoro.
Hello.
Depois recebeu uma carta e
Okay, hold on a second.
português.
Oh, thank you.
Here, let me go ahead and replay it, guys.
Com
Sorry about that. Here we go.
Com um sonoro. Depois, recebeu uma carta e agradeceu em português. Também tirou fotos e falou sobre o calor.
Are you feeling very hot, Your Royal Highness?
Now, isn't that the most adorable thing? A little boy is like, Prince William, I love you. I just think that is so adorable. And I have a lot of clips of him and the crowds. And like I said, I'm going to make an entire video dedicated to all of the highlights that if you haven't seen it, so that will be coming out on my second channel. Yes, Susan G says he is so humble, inclusive, not preaching, but using positivity, looking beyond handsome and all the while. Absolutely. He doesn't lecture people. He's very positive about his take for the future. He's very optimistic for the future. Whether you believe in climate change or not, it doesn't hurt to have companies that benefit all of us. And I like the fact that he's benefiting entrepreneurs. He gives them $1 million each to go make profitable businesses that are helping the entire world, which I think is a very positive thing. Absolutely. So we all know that Meghan Markle, she has released um, her holiday line right back in October, and so far it is not selling out. It's not doing very well, but apparently Meghan Markle has been on Oprah Winfrey's favorite things. And so she's very excited about that. And she's been promoting that over on her website. So, what do y'all think about Oprah now peddling Meghan Markle's products? Now, let me see if I can share this with you. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Oprah Winfrey, like I said, she does her favorite things every year. She's been doing this for about 20 years. And now she is promoting Meghan Markle's, As Ever spread over on her website. Can y'all see the screen? Let me know if you can see the screen here. Let me see if I can do it again. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes there's technical difficulties here with what I can share. Okay, there we go. Okay. So as you see on the cover, we have Meghan Markle is toting Oprah's favorite things, our signature fruit spread gift box, perfect for holiday gifting, right? But here's my thing. First of all, do people even go to Oprah Winfrey anymore for her favorite things? Is that still a thing? Because as far as I'm concerned, that's been like 10, 15 years ago. Okay. People don't go to Oprah Winfrey's website and be like, oh, I got to check out Oprah's things. Because as far as I'm concerned, she's not really relevant to pop culture anymore. I mean, I do remember back in the 90s when I used to run home from high school and I'm like, oh my God, Oprah Winfrey's on. I got to go watch her like at 4 o'clock. Oprah was the shiz, right? And Ellen DeGeneres, even 10 years ago, she was it. And if you were an entrepreneur, you wanted your book or your product to be on her favorite things. It was a thing. They were very influential 10 plus years ago. But I believe that people now go to influencers on Instagram or Facebook. The cult of the celebrity is kind of dead. It's kind of over. People don't really go to the rich billionaires anymore. They just go to normal people on Instagram that they're following, and they look at their Amazon wish list or their Amazon gift guide and they go, ooh, I want to buy that because I can afford that. And you go to Amazon and you go for the big sales. Oprah, she promotes all these very expensive, products that most of us probably couldn't afford. So the fact that Oprah is putting her friend, who's probably got a backdoor deal with WME, as one of her favorite things, it's not really a big deal anymore. It's 10 years past its prime. I mean, do any of you go to Oprah Winfrey's website at all and check out what's going on with Oprah or what she's recommending as her favorite things? Does anybody do that? I just feel like Oprah's over, right? over. Like people go to their influencers from Instagram. Um, Even Kim Kardashian, I know a lot of people still think they're relevant. I don't think they're that relevant anymore. They're just famous for being famous. Like, I don't think most people can relate to the Kardashians. They have so much plastic surgery, they don't even look like they used to look. They look unrecognizable. They're so rich, they're so plastic. And it's like, does anybody even get influenced by what they recommend? I don't. I like normal people on TikTok tell me about a book that they read or a product that works for them. I would buy from them over a Kardashian or an Oprah Winfrey. So I just feel like it's like, again, Meghan Markle, you're always 10 plus years behind. Nobody cares about Oprah Winfrey's recommendation. Like, it's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. I think she has fallen so far down the rabbit hole, in my opinion. Now, Meghan Markle's stuff is not selling. Now, granted, people are buying it. People are buying it, but it's not selling out. It's not doing the Markle sparkle, in my opinion, isn't really happening. I can tell she's struggling to get sales. And why do I know? Because she's now doing Instagram ads. She's now advertising on Instagram. So I saw an as ever boosted post that they're now promoting ads on Instagram. Now, look, there's nothing wrong with doing advertisements. That's what most businesses do. But the fact that Meghan Markle is so famous, literally infamous, she's in 100 stories a day and she had all those sellouts, that she's now forced to do Instagram ads. It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of like backwards. Like she moves 2 steps forward and 10 steps back. This is low rent advertising. Okay. She's supposed to be partnered with Netflix. And Netflix didn't even promote season 2 of her show. Like you have to hunt for it, right? We don't even know when her holiday show is dropping. I have not seen one advertisement for her upcoming holiday special. And it's supposed to drop in November. It's November 9th. Has anyone heard anything about it? Maybe it's coming the day after Thanksgiving. But I just feel like it's so low rent. And I think she even did like a Pinterest ad. Like, are people still on Pinterest? I don't even know. I just feel like this is so embarrassing. And to add to the low rent embarrassment, she's now on a bookstore, y'all. She's made it. She's made it. She's in a local Godmother's bookstore. Just one in Santa Barbara. It's like, shouldn't you be like in Nordstrom's or Target or H&M or Harrods or Dillard's or Macy's? Shouldn't you be like in an actual department store? But no, she's in one local bookstore. Again, a royal duchess who is infamous in pop culture, who is a caricature, basically. She's like Paris Hilton 10 years ago, right? In a bookstore. This is what she calls a success. I'm like, you're Meghan Markle. You're married to fifth in line to the throne, Princess Diana's son. And you're in a bookstore and you're doing Instagram ads. Again, she's partnered with Netflix, y'all. And Netflix, where are you? Where are you in town? Like, not on her website. We don't even know when her next holiday thing is dropping. It's like they've left the building. I think she's on her own. Okay. I think they've abandoned her. Obviously, they dropped the contract, right? She's now on a first look deal. But again, this is embarrassing. Am I the only person who thinks this is weird? How low rent she has become. Kathy says, I think she's about out of the as ever business. Yeah, this is her this is the leftover inventory, guys. She's just trying to get rid of it. This is it. It's right here. I gotta move my chair, y'all. Sorry for the noise. Miss Chloe says, it's tragically funny. And I'm just like, this is stuff people who don't have money do. Like when I had a clothing line, you guys, and I literally was so excited when a salsa studio, like they taught dance lessons, carried my t-shirts. I was like, look, Ma, I made it. Look, they got a rack with my clothing line. Okay, this is this is sad. I'm sorry. Claire says so she's able to say, yeah, brick and mortar. Okay. Um, exactly. Through the Looking Glass says, what happened to the Netflix stores? Yeah, there was a rumor that she was going to be in the new Netflix house, which I think there's one in Dallas, one of the hugest malls, and then another state. Haven't heard a peep. Again, Netflix, you're supposed to be her partner, but they literally talk about a silent partner. They're not saying a word. They're very, very quiet. For a silent partner, they literally give a new meaning to silent partner. They've abandoned this woman. Okay, this is Meghan's brilliant idea. I know. We'll do an ad on Pinterest. We'll do an ad on Instagram. We'll boost it. Oh, I know. We'll open up a little table in a bookstore. We're genius. It's like, oh my God. This is embarrassing. Lulu's mom says it looks like Rose I can't say the word, from Schitt's Creek. Way to stay current. Absolutely. I'm sorry, but I can't help but laugh. Vicky Carino says she's got to get rid of the merchandise. Otherwise, we'd wouldn't she have to inventory it after the first of the year? Absolutely. Again, this is probably going to be in a garage sale coming soon in Beverly Hills. You're going to see all the people who got the PR packages. It's going to be like at a garage sale coming soon. So remember when I told y'all that she raised the prices for all of her products, like ridiculous. They were overpriced to begin with. And she raised the price of her jam, I think $3 without the boxes, right? And then she did that ridiculous candle to commemorate her wedding day. Like, we really, really want to commemorate her wedding day, which also I believe was the execution of Anne Boleyn, by the way. So again, a $64 candle, ridiculous, right? And then she had her hot drink. She has her jam and these lovely boxes that you can pay an extra $5 for the box. Now, here's something interesting. I thought this was like a wooden box. You know, you're paying $5. So you're thinking, okay, this is an investment purchase, right? It's a keepsake. Meghan loves her keepsakes. You know, put your broken dreams and your tears in it, some pennies, some flowers, whatever the hell it is you want to put in it. So I thought if you're spending $5, you're getting a nice quality commemorative package, right? That says as ever with a stolen logo on it, right? Well, I just happened to be cruising around on Instagram and one of her stands actually received those gift boxes. And let me tell you, she wasn't a happy camper. Apparently, they didn't do very well in the mail. Now, this is a woman who will die on the cross for Meghan Markle. She is a stan through and through. Y'all know who she is. I'm going to show it to you. Hey, Julia. Nice to see you, sweetheart. This woman did a review of she actually bought stuff from Meghan's site for gifts. Okay? For gifts. And this is her review. But before I do, y'all go check out my friend Julia Unleashed. Go subscribe to her channel. She's lovely. She's been on here a few times. Please go and check her out. She is amazing. So let me go and show you the first video. Now, again, this is a woman who is a major stan of Meghan Markle. Okay. And I do have to give her props because she was honest on her review. And you could tell she was a little pissed because she paid a lot of money for those boxes. So here's the first one.
Today, I need to make something known about Meghan's holiday launches. We got some stuff for an Off With Their Headlines giveaway. I got some personal stuff. The gift boxes.
Okay, let me do this again. So this is Matter of Fact, and she's giving a review of her boxes. Here we go.
Okay, at the risk of inspiring some ire today, I need to make something known about Meghan's holiday launches. We got some stuff for an Off With Their Headlines giveaway. I got some personal stuff for gifts. The gift boxes do not hold up in shipping, just so everyone knows. If you are planning to give As Ever products as a gift, give yourself extra time, I guess is what I want to say, because all 4 sides of this box, the fruit spread trio, were busted out when I unwrapped it because I think the box is eco-friendly and can't withstand 3 jars of spread inside it during shipping. Same thing with the honey. One side was busted out, and weirdly, this was for us personal, so I'm not worried about it. There was honey on the inside of the package, on the outside of the jars. So I did email As Ever, and their customer service team is great, but like, so far every order I've gotten, there has been a problem with it. So just being screamed at about how Meghan's line is luxury and you're paying a premium for the experience. That's not the experience you should be getting. If you are paying, I think you pay like $5 extra for the gift box with the fruit spread trio, especially. It's not it. So I don't know if she scaled up too quickly. She was pressured, I already think, into releasing items before they were necessarily ready to be launched at scale. But this packaging and the shipping methods need to be thought through.
So there you go. And she is a Meghan Markle stan. She spent her own money to buy this as gifts. And I was like, wow. So people pay $5 for that box, thinking it's a commemorative, quality, luxury, like wooden box. You know how she gives out those PR gift packages. So you're thinking you're going to get a really nice gift for Aunt Sally, who loved Meghan on Suits, you know, like one person you know, for $42, almost $50. That's a lot of money, in my opinion. And you saw the quality of the boxes. We're literally having to tape them together. So my question is, how many returns are we going to be getting over the Christmas holiday, right? Because, you know, people are sitting there waiting for Christmas, the shipping, you know, to get these gifts, and then they're going to have boxes that are all busted out. And with food, like, I don't know what the return policy is on edible items. Are they going to be eating it and having to refund people or do exchanges if honey is getting out of the jars or the jams are broken and the boxes are all messed up? Right? So I think she's going to have some major problems during the holiday season because right now it's early. You know what I mean? Like, we're still in the early, you know, stages of November here. But when the holiday rush happens, if she does a Black Friday sale, which it looks like she's going to have to, I think there's going to be a disaster with production and delivery of products. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Cass Cal says, I've seen that sugar before. Shocked that she is criticizing Meghan. And I wish I would have gotten the other story. But when Meghan first launched her product, she even went to the website and said, $64 for a candle. I'm not your girl. I was shook. She didn't even fork out $64 for a candle, which I was surprised. Even she thought that was too expensive. So yeah, I feel like a lot of fans are afraid they can't say anything because they get criticized for complaining about the prices or the quality. Susan says, mattress got a wee bit burned. You lay with dogs. Absolutely. But again, I think there's going to be a lot of disappointed people out there. Just saying. Carol says, you can go to High Grove and pay tariffs also and get nice quality items. Absolutely. I think about a year and a half ago for my birthday, I splurged and I got my very first High Grove order. And I recommend this to everybody. I got the reusable High Grove shopping bags, the jute bags. They're so lovely. And I use them when I go shopping and I feel very special. But I also got their strawberry jam and I got the loose leaf Prince of Wales tea. Now, Tiffany from Revealing the Narc, she just got some purchases from High Grove that are absolutely lovely and very fast shipping. But the cool thing about High Grove is one, it's organic, two, it's high quality, and three, the profits go to charity. So it is worth the high tariffs. I mean, it is a little pricey if you're in America, but I'm telling you, they were the best sugar cookies I've ever eaten. They were so buttery, like they just came out the oven. They were freshly made there, and all of their jam or preserve is an actual preserve. It's not a spread, it's a preserve, was very high quality. It's worth the money. And then of course you're giving to charity. So, Tiffany says, brewing the tea makes my home smell so good. I think she got the Christmas blend. I'm going to have to look into that Christmas blend. I don't know if they sell coffee, but I might have to look into that. DeLove Lee says, Meghan is hoping to do a Haley Beaver, establish a brand, and then get a billionaire to buy as ever. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, how many people you think are rushing to the Good Mother bookstore, whatever, Godmother bookstore, to go buy her products? I really do believe those are her leftover products that she has in stock. I don't know. It's just super weird. Yeah, Susan G says, I would order from High Grove without hesitation. JD says, bankruptcies run in the Markle family and GoFundMe's. And there's a matter of delinquent tax returns. Yeah, did we ever find out what happened with all of her weird filings with As Ever? And that's another story. Apparently, I'm going to cover this, but apparently today, the Harkles put out some sort of announcement on their website about how they're donating to food banks. And they did that, of course, on Remembrance Sunday because they can't stand for the royals to get any attention at all. Penny Simmons says, like, how much was tariffs? I knew shipping for me was $74, but if I had to pay even more, I don't want to purchase. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I had, like I said, it's been about 18 months or so since I've ordered, but I was looking into it. Now there's High Grove, and I believe there's other bookstores like Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle. There's quite a few different gift shops you can also check out. They have lovely items. Hi, Naughty. Naughty Nettie says, wonder if she unloaded a case of the Brute on Chris for her birthday. She's got to get rid of the inventory. That's a good question. That is a very good question. You know, that woman has got like so much alcohol in her house already. Oh, what is this? La Kispa Davina says, Princess Di says hi. Okay. You know what's really funny? I'm beginning to wonder, like, what's next? You know, is Meghan Markle going to do psychic readings in the parking lot? You know, at the Godmother bookstore for $25, she can channel Princess Diana because apparently she speaks to her. You know, is she going to be Miss Cleo if the As Ever stuff doesn't pan out? Is that, you know, what's next? I think it's funny how the Sugars or the Meghan Markle and Harry fans never talk about that. They always act like that just didn't happen, like how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs that really is. Julia says, OnlyFans is next. Oh, Lord, I hope not. I really do hope not. Absolutely. Carol says, why not donate to a militant charity in Remembrance Sunday? Yeah. And basically, they're not even really donating. They're just telling people we're supporting food banks and here's links and here's where you can go. It's a nothing burger. They don't really do anything. They just give resources, which is fine, but it didn't have to be dropped today. It didn't have to be dropped today. It was not that important of an announcement. So, Thor's mom, says, I think at this point, Harry doesn't want to admit everyone was right about Meghan, the told you so moment. Absolutely. He's competing with his brother. It's just bizarre. It's, cosplay royals. I really hate when it does this to me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to put up a picture. Okay. There you go. Like, this is the biggest cosplay I've ever seen in my life. He's giving Meghan Markle a running for her money with the acting because Harry is acting like a working royal. He cannot let this go. What is going to happen, you guys, if Harry and Meghan lose their titles? What is going to happen besides the psychic readings in the parking lot? Right? Because as ever is not going well. I mean, you're having to go on Oprah and that's not really helping you. You're doing Instagram ads all by yourself. Netflix has left the building. We don't even know when your show's coming on, right? People are complaining about the quality of your luxury boxes, and it hasn't even got to the height of the Christmas season yet. I think there's going to be a whole bunch more problems coming. And then you have Harry, who refuses to understand he quit the job 5 years ago. And he's now trying to compete with his brother, who's the future king, who actually does represent, well, the Earthshot, but he does represent the UK when he goes and speaks on the worldwide stage. People look to him because he's going to be a future king. And then you have Harry, who's just citizen Harry, who goes to Kardashian birthday parties, shows up and talks to veterans, and nobody looked like they really wanted to talk to him. You know what I mean? And here he is cosplaying William on a boat. This is embarrassing to watch, right? And this was such a staged photo. The one with William was an actual, in the moment photo by an actual person of the press. This looks like someone on Harry's team took a photo on their iPhone and then stuck it up, for press. Hi, Marissa, right? It's just weird. It's getting to be kind of pathetic. And the fact that he had to go to Canada at this week, on the exact week that was Earthshot Prize, literally trying to upstage his brother once again. You can't tell me it's a coinky dink, right? You can't tell me that. Where this says, Beverly says, Megsy says she's going to sue William if she loses her title. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Space Cat Moonbeam says, if the titles go, Markle will leave Harold and show up again with that geriatric Getty from a few years ago. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we should start calling him Harry Mountbatten Windsor. Has a nice ring to it. Susan G says, going to Canada was a terrible move on so many levels. Hi, Neekins. Glad you can make it. Margaret says, Canadian here and not impressed. Absolutely. I mean, is anyone buying this that he loves the UK? I mean, it's 5 years too late. Again, Harry and Meghan, like, I don't know what's wrong with them. Is there a time tunnel in their Montecito compound? Do they lose time when they go in the door? Is it like Back to the Future? Is there like a DeLorean that puts them back to like 2019 where they think they're relevant? Is there something going on? Is there a glitch in the Matrix? Is there a glitch in the Matrix? Because again, Harry still thinks he's a prince and important, and that people like him and that they really want him to be there. Nobody wants him to be there. Nobody cares. It's been half a decade, 5 years since Megxit. And people are like used to the fact that they're no longer working royals. People have seen Meghan more out of working royal than they did as a working royal. She did 72 working engagements. And half the time she was on maternity leave, she was on a honeymoon, she was on a baby moon. And then the last 2 months she was over in Canada for before they did the Saturn Hymn Summit, right? She really was not a working royal. She was barely there. She has been known to be, an excommunicated Megxit Duchess more than she was a working Duchess, right? And Harry, I bet a lot of people don't even remember him as a working prince. It's been 5 years. I know more about Harry now than I did his entire life in the military and as a working prince because he's constantly in the press. He's constantly whining, is constantly talking, is constantly suing people. I used to love Harry. I was a huge fan. And when he would be on TV, I'm like, oh God, look, it's Prince Harry. He's speaking. It's Diana's son. Now I'm like, oh my God, make him shut up. So that whole poem that he did about saying what it's like to be British, it's like 5 years too late. People don't want to hear it. Anyways, I think he's a joke now. And he really pissed a lot of people up, a lot of people off with the whole hat gate, all that stupid stuff that he did. Hi, Dell. Mrs. Mountbatten is old and past her use by date, like her scam jam. Absolutely. Harry works for the royals. Does he? I don't think he does. Hold on one second, guys. Had to drink there. So, Eve, how does he work for the royals? Please let me know. Cass Cal says they called the Commonwealth Colonizer 2.0. Okay. Oh, that's right. They did on the Netflix series. Absolutely. Marissa says the only reason Harry visits the royal family is to get cash for the big twerk. Hysterical thing is Steph, the altar nerd. I think she got a card that had a picture of them twerking on it. They have become laughing stocks. Harry and Meghan have become caricatures of themselves in pop culture. They have gone from the mystique and the magic of being royal and the respect and the esteem to being jokes. They're jokes. Like they got booed at the Dodger game. Booed. And these are just average American folk out there. And the consensus was pretty loud. And now that Meghan's returning to acting, oh my God, you guys. Woo! So again, talking about the secret DeLorean, the glitch of the Matrix that they got over there, that Montecito compound, I think people need to start investigating. Because now Meghan's returned to acting. Yep, Meghan's coming back to acting because she was such a great actress, wasn't she? She was such a great actress. So now Meghan is returning to acting where she's playing herself. That's right, a cameo, because she can't even get an actual acting part, guys. She's now just showing up as herself. Again, another caricature of herself. Again, if you watched my latest video, it's like when Donald Trump and Marla Maples, they showed up on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as themselves. Because that's what happens when celebrities are just celebrities. They show up as themselves, like on TV shows. So she's playing herself in a new movie that's going to be on Amazon with Lily Collins and I believe another actress who's decently well known, and it's going straight to Amazon. So it doesn't look like it's going to be a blockbuster hit. Now, I love to watch my cable movies. I'm a Netflix, Hulu girl. I watch them all the time. So again, I'm not making fun of anyone who does movies for Amazon. But again, She's playing her part of herself, and it's a very small bit part. So she goes from being an actress on a C-level TV show, Suits, marrying the fifth in line to the throne, Princess Diana's son, a royal duchess, and comes back as a walk-on cameo part as herself. Again, I just think that's such a downgrade. Hey, bestie, happy Sunday. I'll call you later. Um, Shelby says, all Markle got is a cameo. She's never going to get a real acting part. She's a terrible actress and difficult to work with. 100%. 100%. Susan G says, my favorite is Return to Hollywood. She never really was in Hollywood. Absolutely. Nobody knew how to spell her name until she got with Harry. That's why she surrounds herself with Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, all those people, because they never would have paid any attention to her otherwise, right? Ninikin says, told Yoko Ono, hold my beer. Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, it's just kind sad and pathetic. And of course, she announces it on Prince William's Earthshot Prize Day. But it's like, that's embarrassing. You couldn't have waited a couple days to announce this. It's not even worth advertising. This is the equivalent of her bookstore appearance for As Ever in the acting world. It's embarrassing. This is what little actress wannabes get, are these walk-on parts. If y'all remember, she was the FedEx girl in Horrible Bosses, and she had that one scene on 90210. This is the equivalent, except for she's playing herself. So granted, she's famous, she's infamous, but that's it. It's not an actual acting job. So they left the royal family so Harry can cosplay a working royal, and Meghan can do an As Ever private label brand to be stocked in a bookstore, and she can do walk-on cameo guest appearances as herself on low-rent budget straight-to-cable movies. Wow. They sure made it. I mean, to me, this is such an epic, embarrassing fall from grace. But hey, they got to go party with the Kardashians. I guess they've made it. They showed up at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday. And to be real, she probably invited everybody in town, right? She probably invited everyone in town because she wants people to come and give her presents and pay attention to her with her new look. But again, it's just such a fall from grace. It's embarrassing to watch. Marissa says, twerk and jerk, I love that name, attended Kris Jenner's birthday party, and the huge grin on Markle's face shows how unaware she is that she's become pure trash. Absolutely. Absolutely. Missy Lulu says she was unable to produce Meet Me at the Lake, while Amazon Prime was able to produce another one of the author's novels. Amazon is finishing the project. Absolutely. I reported on this a while ago. I bet that author has to be pissed that Harry and Meghan did absolutely nothing with the book rights, that it sat there for almost 2 years. And the fact that they're no longer in a contract with Netflix, yeah. But again, Netflix is the one who purchased the rights, so it's probably going to end up with somebody else, right? Because Harry and Meghan, they're not producers. They don't know what they're doing. Again, she gets cameo walk-on parts as herself. Do you really think she has the chops to produce a movie? I mean, we've seen Polo. Where did that go? In the toilet. We've seen her cooking show where she was the talent, and I believe she was a producer on the show, and it tanked. So do you think her and Harry behind the camera for Meet Me at the Lake is going to be a winner? No. They're going to give it to someone else. And I predicted that for a while. I think they just put their name to it because they wanted some press. Again, Harry and Meghan are great for press. You want your project to be in the tabloids, you want a whole bunch of free press, attach Prince Harry or Meghan Markle's name to it, and it's going to take off like gangbusters. It's not going to be positive press, but at least people are going to talk about it. Boho Chic says it was fortunate enough to become part of the royal family. Oh, she was fortunate. She was fortunate enough to become part of the royal family. I would be grateful for every single minute. Grateful for every single minute. Absolutely. I think that's what happens when you're not grateful. I mean, look at Fergie, right? Look at Fergie and Uncle Andy, two people who were always looking to gift horse in the mouth, grifting. Well, I mean, things are not going well for them. And there's a very big possibility that this could be Harry and Meghan in the future. In my personal opinion, Meghan should have branded herself as Meghan and not do the whole Meghan Sussex. I'm Meghan Sussex. I'm Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. You should have just stayed Meghan Markle or Meghan, because when they take away those titles, it's going to be embarrassing. Again, I told y'all she had that DS monogram on her suitcase, and I said she needs to keep that receipt because she might be returning that luggage. That's just my opinion. She should have just came out and been Meghan. But she loves those titles. She loves those titles almost as much as Princess Diana's tank watch and that Cartier love bracelet from Trevor. Those three things that woman loves more than anything in the world, including her husband and her kids, in my opinion, the tank watch, the bracelet, and that royal title. She loves those things. Deborah says, I hope there won't be even by any hate watching Meg's cameo comeback. You know, it's so funny because everyone always says, you keep talking about him and you're bringing them in the press. It's like, whether I talk about them or not, they're out there already. They're out there already. We're not stopping them. Every day there's 100 stories that come out. So if we stop talking about them, there's not going to be any correction of the narrative, right? And then everyone was like, well, you're promoting her products. You're giving her free press. You're helping her to be successful. I'm like, first of all, I'm not saying anything positive. And second of all of our watching didn't even help her show at all. The second season, they prayed for hate watching. But even the hate watchers weren't even hate watching. That is how bad it was. I watched it. It was a snooze fest, but I did watch it. But the problem is that Meghan's just not likable. She's just fake. It's rehearsed. It's in a rented kitchen. She's overdressed to the nines. It doesn't look authentic. We're not buying the fake story. Like we saw her with her those jar holders where she was holding them upside down. Oh my God, right? And she's up there making her jam and then she sells a spread. She's trying to pretend that she's a beekeeper and I'm out there with my bees. No one is buying the fake story in her rented kitchen with her fake friends who are paid to be there, throwing in her little makeup artist because she couldn't find anybody. It's so embarrassing. No one is selling that or buying what she's selling because she's not authentic. She just private labeled everything. And again, nothing wrong with private label. Just be honest about it, right? I just watched Victoria Beckham. Great show on Netflix because it was real. She talked about losing $60 million of her husband's money on her failed fashion brand and how people made fun of her because she was a Spice Girl and they showed behind the scenes of real things that were happening. She was honest. Meghan Markle will never be authentic. She will never be honest. She always says, you're going to see the real me. And I'm like, well, I think we've seen it. We don't care for it. So her show tanked because she's not relatable. She's not likable and it's not real. Even The Hills back in the day was more real than Meghan Markle's cooking show. And that was the most scripted reality TV show I've ever seen. But we watched it. But Meghan is trying to sell us a version of herself that we know is not true. I don't even know if Meghan knows who she is. It seems like she flip flops her personalities all of the time. So I think that's why even the hate watchers can't save her. They wish that we would be there. Hi, Carol. Glad that you got alive. So that's just my opinion. That's right. Susan G says we've seen several versions of the real me. Remember, she said that on her podcast. You're going to see the real me. I'm like, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. Lisa says we get whiplash watching her. Absolutely. Like just doing royal commentary, guys, it is so much work because every 5 minutes, a new story comes down the pike. And if it wasn't for us here in the Megxit community trying to dispel fact from fiction, you guys would not have the right narrative, in my opinion. People like According to Taz, Princess Tiffany, Murky Meg, Sue Smith, those are the people that got me started on my journey, that I found people who thought the way that I did, that I was like, something is wrong here with this woman. The narrative they're trying to sell me is not matching. So I'm glad that I can give y'all entertainment and news. But even if I watched her show on repeat every single day and talked about her website every single day, it's not going to help that woman. She's on the Titanic, okay? She has her own self to thank. Harry has his own self to thank. We didn't make them the most unpopular royals, or excuse me, unpopular celebrities. You know, Meghan Markle has topped Ranker's most unliked celebrity for like 3 years in a row. She has been in the top three, and I think she's number one. That's all her. That has nothing to do with us. So I just think it's funny that we get blamed, but it's like they did it all themselves. They did all themselves. And the funny thing is William is the most popular royal right now, the future king. And I love that for them. I really, really do. Let's see. I had so many different things to talk about, guys, because there's so much. But I have some videos that I'm working on for this week. So I do apologize. I know my videos are very inconsistent. But I've been dealing with some health issues and my eye issue. But I do have plans to make videos for both of my channels. Let's see. Now, Princess Tiffany, I've been talking to her. She's an amazing YouTuber. She was one of the first people that I started watching, along with According to Taz. I'm trying to get her on my show. We're hoping the next 2 weeks. HD Tutor will be coming back on November 30th, and we're going to have a really fun holiday show. And it's really, really nice to have him on because he shows another side of himself. So I hope you will join HD Tutor and I on November 30th. We're going to do a holiday special, a little fun. And then Princess Tiffany, I'm really hoping she can be here either next week or the week after. And then, of course, I have more collaborations coming up in December. And HD Tutor and I are thinking about doing a series on his channel. It's not going to be a live. It's going to be like a recorded series where we're going to talk about mysteries and other topics. So let me know if you guys would be interested. He's actually a very fascinating person to talk to, and he's very nice. I know a lot of people are nervous and scared of him, but he's actually very nice, and he's very informative. Yes, Princess Tiffany is amazing. Thank you, Ivy. I am feeling a little bit better. Hi, Corona Royals. Welcome to the show. Everyone go and subscribe to Corona Royals. She does amazing videos. She does all those lovely AI-inspired videos of us commentators. So make sure you go and check her out. She's amazing. Oh, Corona Royal says, you have inspired me to start my own channel. Yay! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. She's amazing. And she does lovely AI videos of us commentators that I've shared on my channel. Go make sure you follow her, guys. She's a lovely, lovely woman. Yes, that's right. Prince William should be the most liked. He does work. And I know a lot of people criticize him, but again, he's going to be king. He's going to do amazing things. I'm really excited for the future. And of course, we still love King Charles and Queen Camilla. Absolutely. Hi, Aspire. Thanks for joining. Hi, Miss Chloe. Hi, Lisa. Thank God for YouTubers. You know what's really funny is I've gotten to the point where I watch YouTube more than I do TV. I watch all the other creators. They're fabulous. The Sydney twins, Sue Smith, Revealing the Narc, HD Tutor, Julia Unleashed, Princess Tiffany. Um, so many wonderful YouTubers that I like to watch. Popcorn Palace, Stuff the Alter Nerd. I find them all way more entertaining than most of the shows on cable. I love Brittany, Royal News Network. I find when I'm at work, I have YouTube running 24/7, and I just love to watch the royal news, different specials. I think a lot of people are more into social media now than cable. Lisa says, I watch buku of YouTubers. Absolutely. And you know, the thing is, it's free and they work really hard for you guys. So make sure you go and subscribe to all of them. Wonderful ladies. Steph the Alternate, I don't think she's doing a live today. I don't think the twins are going to do a live today either. But if you haven't, go check out Revealing the Narc and Sue Smith. They had lives on earlier today. It says, at Royal Daily Tea, we don't even have cable anymore. Absolutely. I have it because it's part of my rent. They've included it. And speaking of, are there any people who watch Stranger Things? I think the final part of Stranger Things is coming out this month. And I believe Outlander, if you have any Outlander fans, I believe that's coming out in November or December, the final part of Outlander. Let me know if y'all are working on that. Oh, Nadi says, I'm looking forward to you and HG on the 30th. Yes, he's a good time. But let me know if you guys would be interested in a new series with me and HG. That's something we're kind of looking at. Royal Daily Tea, I watch more YouTube than TV as well. So funny. Absolutely. Thanks for recommending. Great. Susan G says, thanks for recommending great safe spaces to check out. Absolutely. Yes, there's some really lovely creators. Lisa O says, I love Outlander. Do you watch The Blood of My Blood? I haven't seen that series yet, but I might check it out. I'm always looking for my period pieces. I still haven't seen the latest Downton Abbey movie, so I might go and watch that. But it looks like, oh gosh, we're here over an hour. Oh yeah, Susan G absolutely says that the criticism for Prince William is not founded. This is not his grandmother's generation. He is adapting to stay relevant. He and Princess Catherine are spot on. Absolutely. I think I have some super chats. I just want to make sure that I acknowledge Christopher. Thank you, Carol. Thank you again, Carol. Department stores want numbers before regarding DR. Hey, let brands have shelf space. Oh, Julia, thank you for the super sticker, sweetheart. That's very sweet. Thank you, Aspire, for the super ticket. Y'all are very sweet and spoil me. I appreciate that. As always, you guys, I have the most amazing subscribers. And speaking of that, YouTube has been messing with my channel. They've tanked quite a few of my videos. The algorithm is doing really weird things, so make sure you are subscribed. And if you see my video on the homepage and you don't watch it because maybe you're watching someone else, make sure you just click on it and like it, and then you can come back and watch it later. Because what the algorithm is doing is they're curating your homepage to content they think you want to watch, and they're not basing it on subscriptions. That's the same thing they do with Netflix when they curate your homepage. So what they'll do is they'll present my video to you, and you'll say, Oh, I like Royal Daily Tea, but you know what? I'm really busy, so I'm going to go over here and watch Think Beautiful. I'll come back later. Then they show it again, and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to watch that video, but you know, I got to go run to the store. And then you come back, and then you do that pretty soon. YouTube is like, you clearly don't like her videos, so we're not going to put on your homepage anymore, right? And then pretty soon, I won't be recommended to you. I won't be on your homepage. Even though you're subscribed to me, YouTube won't show you me. And that's what happens. And then they unsubscribe you. I've had several people say they were unsubscribed from me, and that's not me, that's YouTube. So make sure for all of your creators, if you don't have time to watch it, just click on it and hit like, and then you can go on with your day, because they want that engagement and they want to make sure that you like the content and that they'll keep showing it to you, because it's so frustrating right now what YouTube is doing. There is a new hype feature. I just saw it. I think it's on your cell phone where you can promote a video, you can hype it. So if you like someone's content and you see the hype button, you can hype it. And I guess they get some kind of points. I don't really know what it does, but apparently you can hype it. Space Cat Moonbeam says Sidley Twins live at 8 p.m. Okay. I didn't know they were going live today. I thought they weren't. So yes, make sure you tune in to the Sidley Twins today at 8 p.m. UK time, which I believe is 2 p.m., like an hour from now here in Texas. So make sure, guys, that you go and check out the Sidley Twins. Susan G says, I watch that carefully. My hype comes and goes. Also, even if I'm not out of hypes, you can only do 3 a week. Yeah, you can only do 3 a week. So you can choose, different creators and you can do that. Yep, Through the Looking Glass said I had to resubscribe today. Yeah, I don't understand what they're doing over there at YouTube, but they are just doing all sorts of weird stuff. So excuse me. Carol says, hype the video. Have you watched the latest video? If you have, help your content creator out by hyping the video to help make the video and channel more visible. It doesn't work on live streams. Absolutely. Well, guys, my voice is about to die on me, so I wanted to thank y'all for being here. Thank you to my lovely moderators, these ladies, Lizzie and Carol, always kick it out of the park. Hope you enjoyed today's live chat. I will be working on some videos, probably coming out later today or tomorrow. How do I like Texas? I love Texas, except for, I think, where I live, the trees. I'm allergic to the trees. I think I'm allergic. So anyways, I hope you guys will join me and check out my videos and, of course, all the lovely other creators. And when I start doing the Christmas card stuff, I'll let you know later. Nadi says, I'm over the moon at the thought of you and HG having a series together. There's so much I want to uncover about that man. Any interest of science, of course. Yay! Great. Yeah, we're gonna maybe do a vote on it and see what happens. But anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for sticking with me and listening to me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Look out for some videos coming out tomorrow or today. And I hope you address the rest of your Sunday. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And go over and check out the Sidley Twins. I think they're going to go live in an hour. Thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.